Titans number 17, Dan Abnett writing and Mikayu Jung on art. Hey, not Booth. Hey, look at that. That's
Look
something.
at
That's a change. So we got Donna Troy from the future, who apparently, once realizing she's immortal and everyone she cares about is dead, she basically becomes the weapon she's supposed to be and goes about taking over planets, I think?
that. I
Dominating,
guess maybe.
pillaging stuff. I wasn't particularly clear what her motivations were beyond she might as well because everyone she's loved is dead. Uh, yeah, there was some fun stuff here with how she spoke to the other Titans, where she called Dick Batman at one point. She's like, oh yeah, that's right, that's not happened yet. So there was some fun little teases in that sense. Most of the issue was kind of Donna v Donna fighting, with the rest of the Titans fighting the other characters, and young Wally's trying to restart old Wally with Speed Force. That was the gist of it. You
Yeah.
were particularly in favour of the last issue, Matt, and I saw you say this week that you were trying this one,
Yeah.
and then you would see if you want to keep going. I'm going to make a prediction and see if you feel no different.
No, I'm done for now.
Yeah.
If I hear it picks up any better, I just all of this. I've been reading this since Titan Hunt, and I more or less have enjoyed things, but I just feel all that build up that started in Titan's Hunt with Mr. Twister, all just for this immortal version of Donna to show up. I'm just like,
I mean,
not so much.
I can't. I mean, I think I like it a bit more than you do, but I can't really defend it much either. It's kind of like
Yeah.
it's a decent enough read that I read every month, and it's kind of like I like some of the character beats and whatever. But I can't deny, the books are starting to stack up. We're getting new books starting soon, and it's like, if we're going to have to cut one or two things, I feel like Titans is kind of an obvious one to go. Even though, it pains me to cut the one with Wally in it.
Yeah, well, that's why I've kept going because it's the one book where you get Wally, and Wally's been great. I think even with the pacemaker stuff, I think Abnett has written an enjoyable older Wally. We haven't got a lot of him in this Donna Troy story. I didn't like the message of it either. Where it was, oh well, don't care about things because you're immortal. Because
Well, sure, obviously she's the villain, no matter. That's going to change. She's going to learn that she's wrong.
yeah. But I thought that was kind of like a weak version of it. Like I'd rather her come back as as a conqueror, going, hey, I had all this power, and I was meant to be a weapon, and I wasn't used that way.
I'll admit, old Donna's motivations were murky at best. I wasn't entirely sure why she wanted to do what she was doing.
I have a question, which is it doesn't necessarily directly relate to this, but just based on something you mentioned a minute ago. And then now, between the detective stuff and this one here mentioning Dick as Batman, do you think they're maybe getting ready to do another bit without Bruce as Batman? Maybe after Metal or Doomsday Clock.
Well, now that you've suggested it, I hope not, just so you're wrong. But but
But they've stated that since the first issue of Batman. With King.
Yeah, no, that's true. Like, there's a good point, but obviously we've been but back then we were going, yeah, but they're not going to really do one thing. But it's good. We were thinking of how are they going to get out of that.
If I was to, I mean, okay, I've got two suggestions here. One, if it happens in present day continuity, it'll be because Batman marries Catwoman and he wants to retire for a while or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That would be why it happens in present day, my guess. Or I think the more likely option though is that we'll actually just get a story in this, Bats of Future Past timeline, and we'll see Dick as Batman there.
Days of Future Bats.
Days of Future Bats. Sorry, Matt. You coined the phrase. I'll let you correct me. But yeah, I see that kind of thing where we see like a future storyline. So we don't actually get it in present continuity, but we see the kind of what if.
But I mean,
scenario.
like I said, like how Matt mentioned how that end of that first arc of Batman kind of was the death of Bruce Wayne. Or the death of Batman. I can't remember the specific wording now, but and we were at the time we were going, okay, well, we were looking at how they can get out of this. But now then, we've got more and more hints over the last few months of alternate futures. Just the idea of other people being Batman in the not too distant future. I think that maybe we could actually see that coming not too far away.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, so Titans, which is
Continue
what
telling me about Titans.
what we're talking about. It was kind of consistent with what it'd been doing. There was some okay moments.
No reason to read it then.
no reason to recommend it if you've not been into it. So I guess this is getting taken out of the rotation for the next little bit. I was thinking what I might do with some of these books if I'm still reading them. Like, is at the end of an arc, maybe I'll bring it up and talk about the arc as a whole for a couple of minutes when it's done.